well, we're doing this again. Hello you, how lovely to see you. Cheers for joining us, my name's Shiki, and as we got the information last night, we finally have a new release date for Advance Wars Reboot Camp. Now, we've been here before, we did a video like this talking about the initial reveal almost a year ago, actually, and then it got delayed, and I understand why. Obviously, I'm not going to go into detail about that, it makes perfect sense, but it seemed like it was just in limbo for ages. Like, no one knew what was happening with the game, if at all. Like, from all accounts, the game was complete, it was just waiting to be shipped, but now we actually have something tangible, we have a release date. And to be fair, in the meantime, there has been some leaks about the game. There was that one person who had access to it who showed some clips on Twitter, some of which will be the background footage for this video, intercut between other things. And honestly, genuinely, the actual initial reveal itself, like, me and Joe watched it last night, and as you can see for yourself, I literally almost screamed. There's a lot of strategy games so far. Give me Advance Wars, give me Advance Wars, give me Advance Wars. That's all I want.
You won't be happy unless...
Nope. Yes! Yes! And I have to hope that release date stays, I suppose. The main thing I really want to talk about in regards to that is just the animation was incredible. Like, seriously, I never knew until last night how much I needed an Advance Wars themed anime or cartoon or something. I've just been seeing static PNGs of these characters for the past 20 odd years. They've been living in my imagination and having to picture what goes on in cutscenes and things and how they would look, how they would act, how they would move, the stuff that goes on in the, like I say, in the quote-unquote cutscenes, and imagining what the world and stuff looks like. To actually see that in motion was incredible for me, and I think for a lot of other fans too. I doubt they've given us many cutscenes. Maybe if we're lucky, we're going to get an opening and closing cutscene for each game. Like the one we saw in the trailer made me think that was the opening cutscene for Advance Wars 1, the first game, with them riding the tank and everything and scooting along and stuff. It reminds me very much of the box art from the original game and the title screen. It gives that kind of vibe, so I think that's what that opening cutscene was. What the closing cutscene would be like, I don't know. And the opening cutscene for Advance Wars 2, well, that will be Sturm and Hawk talking to each other about how they're taking over the world, and then Nell calling in the Orange Star commanders and stuff. So, I don't know. We'll see. I may be just hyping this up, or we may not even get anything, but yeah, it would be nice. I mean, the activation of the powers and the superpowers is animated as well. We saw that with the leaked footage of Nell and Max activating their powers. We also saw it in the trailer with Flak and Sturm activating his superpower as well, which looks incredible. It still gives me chills every time I see it because, oh, he looks so good. But I have to wonder as well what the rest of the game's going to be like, because it's a shame we lose out on the original badass superpower theme, because honestly that was one of my favourite tunes in the original soundtrack. I'd love to hear it in the new sound font, but maybe it'll be in the sound room as a bonus. But honestly, with the game being voice acted as well, although from the leaks and the stuff that we saw, not fully voice acted, but the superpower lines seem to be voice acted and some important lines from the scenes, etc. seem to be animated. But given how the developer was saying that they were rushed in development and they ran out of time, it had to be delayed twice beforehand anyway, before it got postponed indefinitely until the new release date we got last night. Part of me has to wonder if they've now had the time to go back and polish the game some more and maybe fully voice act it in some regard. I mean, I would hope that would be nice, because I really want to hear what these characters sound like. Again, as I said about the animation, I've known these characters for over 20 years and I've never heard any of them speak. I have an idea in my head of what I think they sound like and how I imagine them to talk, but that's not the same thing as actually having it in front of me for real, playing the game and actually hearing them speak. I would be very interested to see what the rest of the characters sound like. I want to hear what Lash sounds like. I want to hear what Hawk sounds like. I want to hear Sturm's voice, Colin. I want to hear Jess. I want to hear Eagle, Drake. I want to hear what these people sound like, because they've been such important characters to me for such a long time. I have literally thousands upon thousands of hours in Advance Wars. I have played it so much over the past 20 odd years. It's been such a big part of my life, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so happy I get to share that love with you in regards to the Let's Plays. The playthrough for Advance Wars 2 was incredible. If you don't know, I started this YouTube channel over 10 years ago, and one of the first Let's Plays we ever did, whilst we were still in high school, was me and Joe playing through Advance Wars 1. But we found it a little bit too difficult, so we decided, nah, I've played Advance Wars 2 more, I'm just going to play Advance Wars 2. So we started a Let's Play of that, got a bit further along, then lost some of the footage, and then I paused uploading it and whatever, and then we never came back to it until about a year ago. And it was such a surreal feeling for me to be able to finally finish that for the channel and for the show, because this is kind of where it all began for me, especially with YouTube. So I admit I'm a small channel, I'm not exactly massive, but it means a lot for those of you who stick around and like and comment on the videos and stuff. So if you like Advance Wars content, then please do subscribe for more and check out the playlist, which will take you to the Let's Plays for the channel. As well, we're playing through Dual Strike at the moment, and I love Dual Strike. As problematic and awkward, well, problematic's the wrong word, but it has its issues. It's not a perfect game, and trust me, it's very much not a perfect game. Some parts of it are blatantly broken in terms of power levels for the characters, but I'm not going to get into that here. In regards to Dual Strike, though, I hope maybe we'll get it as a DLC for Reboot Camp at some point, because it's the final chapter of that trilogy of games, because Dark Conflict, Days of Ruin, whatever you want to call it, kind of became its own thing, and it ignored all the previous continuity. So it would be nice to have that maybe as extra, to just finish off that chapter of the story, and then it all wraps up in a neat little bow by the end. And I mean, they kind of set up for a fourth game with Hawk escaping at the end of Advance Wars Dual Strike and what happens in the story there, because you can have two different endings, but I'm not going to get into that now. But they did set up for a fourth game, so who knows, maybe we'll get one someday in another 10 plus years time. I don't know. But yeah, Dual Strike as DLC would be nice, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. My main hope for right now is the voice acting, hearing what the music sounds like, and just hopefully they've balanced some of the characters somewhat. But from what I can tell from the trailers, it seems like very straight port in terms of power levels from the first two games, so I very much doubt it for online play. It's probably going to be a little unbalanced, shall we say, if someone goes up against Colin playing as Advance Wars 2 Jess, for example. The person playing Jess is going to get stomped. So I don't know, we shall see, but it is just a very, very exciting time right now. As you saw, I screamed the house down almost. I was very, very excited. It's the one thing I cared about the most, and well, don't get me wrong, the other stuff in the Direct was pretty interesting too. The Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection, that looks fun. The Game Boy and Game Boy Advance Online, which to be fair, kind of makes the Nintendo Switch expansion kind of worth it now, because whilst the N64 and the Sega Mega Drive one is nice, it doesn't feel like it's kind of enough for the price. So now that those are included as well, yeah, I'd say it's worth it now. I mean, I bought it anyway because I wanted to play the Mega Drive games, but I don't feel bad about how expensive it is as a bundle anymore, I should say. And that opens up opportunities for other games to be ported onto the system, which would be quite nice to see. I've just spent the past several hours just playing Tetris, actually, on the Game Boy Online, because, well, I like me some Tetris, and, well, sure, playing Tetris 99 online is fun and fine as it is. It doesn't quite beat the original, does it? I'm getting off topic now. Back to Advance Wars. So, as you can probably imagine, we are going to do a Let's Play of Reboot Camp when it comes out. unless it gets delayed again because World War III happens or something in the next few weeks. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised at this point, quite honestly. The Advance Wars series is cursed. The first game came out literally like the day before 9/11 happened in the US, so the series has always kind of had that little bit of a curse to it with bad timing for quite unfortunate and quite horrible world events taking place. So we shall see, but fingers crossed, and honestly, I can't wait. So hopefully you will join us for that campaign when it begins. In the meantime, though, you've got the entirety of the Advance Wars 2 series to check out. We've got the ongoing Advance Wars Dual Strike series you can check out. It is on a little bit of a pause at the moment. We've had some technical problems, so we're just catching up on editing episodes and things. I'm sure you can understand, but the first 10, 11 episodes are in the playlist already. Go check those out in the corner. There'll be more coming soon. Of course, subscribe to future upcoming Advance Wars content, which is on the way. We are doing some other ephemerate videos related to that. I'm working on a little bit of a challenge video at the moment, which is can I beat the entirety of Advance Wars 2 playing only as Flak? So we're working on that at the moment, and let's just say it's not easy. So if you want to check that out, and if you like me talking off your eardrums, then click the subscribe button, because it really does mean a lot. We recently hit over 100 subscribers, which was my goal for last year, and the 100 subscriber special is coming this Saturday, so stay tuned for that. And as always, it has been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me today. Remember to like the video if you did, subscribe for more, and stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Try for now, my love. Bye bye.